Audio check. Audio check. 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 Is the audio working? Let's talk about it, baby. Let's talk about it. Audio check. 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 Let's talk about it. All right. Audio check. Check. Check, check, check. What's going on, fam? I gotta get my glasses. I got the glasses. Got the glasses. Is the microphone too loud? Is it too loud? Do I need to turn it down? It's been a while. This thing is dusty. It's echoing? Seriously? Echo is off. Are you being serious? Is that better? Is that better? What's going on? What's going on? All right, cool. How's everybody doing? Is everybody cool, clean, crisp? Is everybody irie? All right, cool. I wanted to go through a couple things that I read and I'll give you a couple of updates on some of the things I spoke about before. All right, thank you, Jordan. How you doing, Miss Lovely? I won't be able to read anything in a second because I'm gonna read something that people wrote me. All right. Somebody emailed me and they were I don't know. A lot of people don't look at us in a happy light. And I remember I did a video. I believe the video was about us taking back our work. Because, you know, that's what the unions are fighting for. They are fighting to get our work back from outside contractors. This not only goes for the truck drivers. This also goes for the clerks because of the Pitney Bowes situation, as well as the carriers, because a lot of the rural routes, sometimes, you know, a lot of express mail is supposed to be distributed by you guys. So they are fighting to get a lot of our work back. That I do know. But this contractor wrote me, and I'm gonna show you. This is it. All right. He doesn't have a good opinion about us, but it says drove a local contract route for over 7 years. 99% of USPS employees, including supervisors, are trash. USPS seems to hire a specific type of people that have no sense of responsibility and are just working their clock. Most dock techs don't know how to even work a scanner. If the PO was a for-profit company, 90% of his employees would be fired. The amount of employees coming in early for overtime just to sit in their cars and go missing for no supervisor's care. The USPS is just a money grab for 95% of employees, and they'll get a pension is just embarrassing. Really speaks to the direction the country is going. That's how people perceive us. Now, I know y'all probably pissed, but I didn't write that. Somebody wrote that in my comments, and yeah, okay. Yeah, that was a little harsh, but I look at it from different perspectives, obviously, everything. The perspective that him saying that, you know, we are trash. I think that a lot of public looks at us in the wrong light. I know 90% of us are typically there, hardworking people, just trying to make a living. I respect that. But then you have the other percent, which does include management, that tries to get over on people. Now back to the next story. Do you guys remember not too long ago, I had the video that had the lady on it that was just bashing the employees? Well, again, I can't say for anybody that's going through that to record because it's not legal, so they say. But if you need a way to protect yourself, I would implore you, figure out whatever means is necessary so that you don't become one of those statistics where you've just finally given up and you've tapped out because you've exhausted all your resources when it comes down to being harassed by management. And this, again, is just my opinion. But the lady that was in that specific video, for some reason, somehow or another, remember, they removed her from the actual plant that she was working at. And now one of the old truck drivers came back in there with a petition for the lady to get her job back. Because like I told you, a lot of people won't get fired. They'll be removed from their position and put somewhere else. So now it's somebody else's problem. But now somebody's there at her old plant trying to get a petition for people to sign and say, hey, bring her back because the recording was illegally obtained by whoever recorded it. So technically it shouldn't be used and held against her. And in that situation, I kind of laugh. Look, that doesn't change the fact that you said it. You know, this is where we like to point the blame. Not saying you guys, but this is a manager, supervisor. You're making $85,000 a year, whatever she's making. And hopefully somebody shows this to her. You have to take responsibility for the blame because that's what they do to common employees like us. You know, they held us to a light, and we have to take the blame for when we do things wrong. Hell, we take the blame for when we're doing things right. But now she's trying to fight for her job back at the same place. Obviously, they said the plant is like an hour away from wherever it is. So, yeah, I know it's inconvenience for her. But you can't say it was illegally obtained. If you said it and you made those statements about it and you made fun of an employee and you degraded him, hey, you're lucky you still have a job. Because under other circumstances and different scenarios in the real world, you wouldn't have a job. You wouldn't be able to carry yourself like that. So be grateful that you even have a place and you still have a paycheck. And this is my opinion, but it serves you right if you have to go and deal with another place, and hopefully you'll know how to treat those other employees, because now you realize somebody's always watching. These little things, they record everything. Put them in your pocket, they record everything. So watch what you say. Keep your opinions to yourself. If you're a manager and getting paid that kind of money, hey, act like a manager. Learn some responsibility. Talk to your employees like they're human beings, regardless of your personal feelings around them. Okay? Everybody has to do that in life. In life, we all work with people we don't really care for, but we have to have a certain type of professionalism. That's real. That's real. All right. So as far as contract talks are going, now this isn't just for the NALC, because I know a lot of people talk about them, but this is as far as the APWU, which covers a lot of different crafts. And I know a lot of different people watch me because I cover a lot of different stuff. But we'll touch on the NALC for a second. What's going on, Sean? Where's my chat? Where's my chat at? Lost my chat. There we go. So as far as the NALC is concerned, everybody's still talking about what the percentage is going to be, so on and so forth. And I'm not going to give you guys any false hope. Everybody's holding on for this miraculous string. And I was watching what is this guy's name? Fighting for a Better Union, or whatever it is. Louisiana, I see you, fighting for a better union. And, you know, they are trying to get as much information out of what they are negotiating. Now, again, they negotiate the same things every single cycle. It's all about the percentages. And that's what we all care about, is obviously the money percentages. And now I know I said something a while ago, and I said the whole percentage, and a lot of people were not happy at what I said. And I was only going by what statistically has occurred. And honestly, I don't foresee much more than that. Now, if there's some miraculous bump in pay, I do not foresee 5%. And y'all could almost damn near hold me to this, is the most that they will scrabble out of this place. Worst, I mean, that's the best case scenario. Y'all could almost damn near hold me to that. You may get a small bump initially, but 5% on top of your 3 or 4 year contract is what I personally foresee. And again, this is just from the contracts that you guys have had. They've gone up anywhere between 2.6 to 3.2% within the last few cycles of contracts. And yes, circumstances have changed, but that doesn't mean the post office has changed. Remember that. You guys say that we're a money grab for some people. Other people have the concept of we're losing a lot of money. You guys hear about it all the time. We gain money, we lose money. They're wasting money on this. They're wasting money on that. It does not change what they can realistically negotiate for. We're supposed to be comparable to UPS. Really can't compare because, again, they're a private company where they have a lot of investors looking at them, etc. But again, I don't want people sitting there holding their breath, praying. I mean, pray for the best, obviously. But the shell shock when you guys see what the contract is and you actually break it down, it's always disappointing. Every single cycle. Yes, we have inflation, but typically it's disappointing. Now, as far as the APWU contract is concerned, they're covering a lot of different areas. They're going from the clerks. They're coming for the truck drivers. They cover the mechanics, the maintenance mechanics. They cover a lot of different aspects of it. Now, from a transportation perspective, because of the PVO position that was recently created about a year ago or so, a little more than that, and they started off at level 6, which I've been telling you guys, if you see one and it's close to you, apply for it, so that you can obviously get your bump of pay. And then we have the level 7 drivers, which are the class B truck drivers, which is the straight trucks with air brakes. Then you have the level 8, which is the tractor trailer operators, which is where I'm at. They are trying to move us up a level. A level doesn't mean that we're getting a bump with pay, but if we move up a level, then the pay goes up. I believe, back to the carriers, that's what they're aiming for with you. I personally believe that. Now, they're like, I think this is how it's going to play out. My opinion. Okay, you guys starting off at a level 5. I don't remember what you guys are at. 4, we're bumping you up to a level 5 to make it look good. But when you actually see the difference and you break it down, it doesn't show up to much more than maybe $80 more a week or a paycheck or something like that. That's what I think is going to happen. And then I believe you'll get your percentages on top of that. You guys can curse me out if you want, but the way things are going, still the silence behind it, it's not looking good. And if Tyler Vasseur can't pull some information out of them people and everybody's demanding, let us know what the hell's going on, I can't see it. I just can't see it. It's, again, we are praying for the best, but a majority of the companies around this country are trying to lowball every single worker. And you can get off, when you get off of here, you can look for yourself. Every single company from Walmart, they're starting people at $14 an hour right now. They don't even give them a range. They're saying, okay, you can start between $14 and $21 an hour. People with managerial experiences coming in at $16 an hour, something like that. They don't value the worker bee as much as they used to. And that's just kind of how it is. It's not right. I'm not saying it's right whatsoever, but that's just kind of how it is. Clerks, they're going to get the basic raises that they were getting before, in my opinion, because a lot of their machines, a lot of their stuff is becoming more and more automated. It's not like they're taking on more responsibility. When it comes down to the machines, they may get trained on different aspects of the actual operations inside the plant. Now, as far as the clerks at the stations, shit, I don't see nothing good coming out of that one, because there's not one place. I promise you, you get on Google right now, Google your local post office and look at the reviews. Look at them. You're lucky to see 3 stars. Maybe. They do not like our clerks. They say that the customer service is non-existent anywhere in the country. And you guys, there's 140 of you right now. You can look at wherever you're located. You just Google it and see what they say. You might get 2.5, and then the reviews are never positive. I know I'll go to my own plant and I'm sitting there and I'm waiting online. I'm like, okay, I'm waiting online, and this one's on the phone, got a mask over their face, and they're talking on the earpiece, and I'm standing there waiting. I know these people, and I'm like, this is something else. And I work there, so I can understand how a customer would feel, and I'm, oh yeah, she's doing that. No, but I know how they're feeling. And as far as going back to what this person said in the beginning, as far as the quality of worker, geez, man, I had a lady. I hope they don't watch me, but I had a person. We'll say a person. Just like I don't think people understand what carriers do. I don't think they understand what you guys endure. And it's shocking because the lady was older than me, but she came in there and the person, I keep saying lady, the person, they came in and they were like, well, this is not what I was told in orientation. And why are we training in, see, there it goes. 1-star office. Lady said, why are we training? Because, you know, they train in the LLVs. Why are we training in a rust bucket? This is disgusting. This is this is that. And I'm thinking, if for some reason we had a 40-year-old brand new LLV and we trained somebody on a 40-year-old brand new LLV, and then they got to your station and saw what you guys have to drive, their mind would be blown, right? So you're supposed to train people on vehicles that they're actually going to be driving. They no thought. Oh, it was hot. It was nasty. It was disgusting. It was sweaty. This is during training. This is training just to drive around in circles. I can't think that people really grasp what you guys are dealing with. It's nonsensical. Next, you guys talking about this vehicle that I posted up, the NGDV. If one of you got a 4.4 star, Tanner, well, you must live out in the country. Everybody know each other out there. Yeah. What lie was I telling? Oh, yeah. Okay. So this NGDV vehicle, to answer some of the questions, if you did leave comments on them, one of the comments was that it was very low to the ground. It's not going to be able to travel with snow up north. I agree to that to a degree. They do have all-wheel drive vehicles. The vehicles you guys drive now are not all-wheel drive vehicles. It is heavier. So it is an all-wheel drive vehicle. And I think the axles like work with each other or something like that. It's number one. Someone else asked, if it don't have a sliding door, I'm not getting it. It has sliding doors on both sides. Okay. It does have air conditioning. Yes. The jump seat that you saw on the picture was specifically for, that was the model right there. Now, do I put it in the back? Obviously, because it's air conditioned, but now they don't all have jump seats in them. It is a wider vehicle. Yes, there is more shelves. Yes, I tried to see if they had the pictures so you could see the inside of them. Why are the windows so wide? It didn't make no sense. The windows are wide so that when you guys are delivering to your mailboxes, you don't have to actually reach over. So they factored all that in. Well, Jay, they didn't factor in hitting branches and load. I believe they are only assigning those to routes that are specifically made for that. That's why they do all of this data. They absorb all the data. They say, well, this will work on this route. This will work on that route. It is taller than the ProMaster. It is wider than the ProMaster and longer than the ProMaster. How they going to pull it off? Hell if I know. But they have the electric vehicles. And they have the gas vehicles. So the gas vehicles obviously probably be the ones that'll be, in the northern area, because the electric vehicles ain't doing too good up there. And the electric vehicles will probably be further south. That's my assumption. What other questions? It is a wide, sensors. A lot of sensors on those vehicles. So there's sensors everywhere which avoid collision. So I don't know if you guys have ever been in a vehicle that will slow down or stop by itself. You guys have those vehicles where they have lane assists. This is one of those. It's a little more advanced than a lane assist. So if you actually start going over to the side and somebody's coming this way, it's going to pull it back over. If you're going to have an impact, it's going to put the brakes on for you. Tractor trailer operators, our new trucks that came out in 2018, they're like that. I don't remember if there's a sensor in them that won't allow you to switch into gear unless your seatbelt is on. I know we have that in the tractor trailers. I think they put that in those. I didn't get the details behind that as well, which means you have to have your seatbelt on in order for it to go into drive, which is a safety feature. wider view, and there's a ton of cameras. Everybody keeps asking about the cameras that are interior. There are no front-facing cameras, so you can pick your nose all you want. What else? Air conditioned, heat. Someone asked about a radio. I didn't really see a radio in there. I believe that a lot of people have been getting distracted because either the radio's blasting or I don't know. But I think there might be one. I didn't get to fully see the inside. I got one I saw was at a convention, but it was like a base model that didn't show you all the extras on it. There was a lot of stuff on it. You couldn't turn the stuff on. But you know what? I'm gonna go back and take a look at those pictures. What else is in there? Has a holder for your scanners as well. I don't know what other complaints you guys had. There was a lot of complaints about it. But okay, so let me go through your comments here and see what you said. My phone done froze. That's a shame. I have a brand new phone. Brand new. I mean brand spanking new. It's 2 days. Okay. This guy's still talking about Chicago pizza? Bruh. Bro, who ate this square pizza? All right. I mean, we could take a poll right now. I mean, New York pizza, Chicago pizza. You guys put it in the comments. New York pizza. All right, cool. Let's see. Wagwan, ambitious. Cool. Thomas, Jerry, blah, blah, blah. Now it's good. What's going on? Jesus, is it worth switching over to 204B from carrying? Eli, let me be honest with you. Here's the thing. That's a good question. You're a bold one to ask that. If you have good intentions when you become a 204B, if you're just doing it for the money, I get it. But you have to have honestly good intentions. You have to kind of realize that if you come over from a carrier, you have to remember where you're from. You can't say today, hey, I'm carrying mail, I'm sweating like a pig. And then 2 weeks from now, you calling Jerry up, hey, man, you need to hurry up on your route. Because then you look like the hypocrite. Now, it's hard to do that when you step up, as they call it, stepping up, because you have somebody over your ear and your shoulder telling you, hey, man, make Detroit pizza. I didn't even know Detroit had pizza. Get out of here with that. And you kind of have to see things from a median. And it's kind of hard when you're just getting into that role because you're learning and you're trying to learn that you don't want to be the enemy of all your peers. But the moment you step into that role, if you work with 100 people, 90 of them are going to look at you like you sideways. It's just what it is. They're just going to look at you regardless of your intentions. They're going to look at you sideways. I think you guys remember there was a short period of time when I stepped up into management and I was able to do the job and do it correctly. And I got a lot of good feedback from my people. But it's just the headache behind it. There's so much going on behind the scenes. And then trying to translate that over to your peers, to me talking to you, hey, this is what we have to do for them to understand it. And without them actually sitting behind the desk and looking and seeing things from a different perspective, it becomes very difficult. We all got one goal: deliver mail, pick mail up, get back. That's it. And then get paid for our services. We want to do that without hearing the managers in our ear arguing, fussing, complaining that we're not doing something right. It's hot. You guys have left me ridiculous messages about these managers with these scanners. So here's the thing. When they send you guys a message through a scanner, DeJoy can see that message. And if that message that they put out there, elementary school pizza was the best. I know that's right. If he can see that message and it is, it's not of what a manager's supposed to say, that manager will be dealt with. They have people from the top that will deal with it, because whatever message is put out through that scanner, the whole nation can pull it up. The whole nation, right up to DeJoy. So I say to be cautious when you see these people putting these things up here and say, yeah, it came from a manager. But at the same time, if they are doing that, it would behoove you. Look, man, here's the temperature. Somebody sent me the temperature inside their vehicle, 121 degrees. And this is what the manager sent me. Hurry up. Blah, 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 blah. And then You have your documentation. This is what they sent it. It's documented. Once you send a message through there, it's there forever, no matter till we die. They can go back on that day and who sent it. And you say, this is what they sent me. It's the degrees outside. These people tripping. That's when you have firepower and you get to get people in trouble for sitting there harassing you. All right. So back to your question, Eli, if you want to step up, make sure you really evaluate it. Don't become part of the problem. And that's not digging at any other supervisors that watch me, but you have to learn the system and then try to learn it so that you are able to be a median between your peers and management. It's very difficult to accomplish that. Yeah, I would say if you have time and you really want to do it, go online and learn how to, some managerial skills, take some supervisor courses, take some psychology. A lot of it has to do with psychology. So do some research before you step up. Again, the money is a little bit better sitting behind a desk, a little bit better. You're going to get a little fat. So what? You'll be able to pay for your family a little bit, but don't sell your soul. That's my opinion. All right. Whew. What's going on, Matthew? That's my brethren there. But that requires knowledge of the contract. What's going on, Sean? You are famous. Can we get some air conditioning in 95 in Florida? It's killing us. Sarah, what part of Florida are you in if you're still here? I'm sorry to get to these things. USPS is losing a lot of money right now. They are. What it do, Michael? $80 a week? Yeah. These are one of these things that I'm going to tell you, hold me to it. I wish you guys come here and tell me that I'm wrong. And I'll be happy for you. I ain't scared to say, you know what? Congratulations. I was wrong. I pray that happens. And that's being serious. We need 40 an hour? Shit, I wish, Danny. Heard carriers are getting 35 an hour. Heard. We wish. But it's not even about skill or the work done. Inflation is effectively cutting wages. Yes. Inflation 8.5 increases a pay cut. I'm a new carrier 60 days in, but they have me landscaping. Landscaping? Shit. File a grievance. Landscaping. If that's the only work they got, man. If you're okay with it, do it. That you're supposed to do as you're told. You're 60 days in, do as you're told. After 90 days, you could tell them. Excuse me. All right. All-wheel drive is not 4x4. The Mitsubishi Eclipse is all-wheel drive. How do you look up your office customer service rating and any customer complaints about you? I've never been told anything positive or negative. Patty, what you do is just Google your office. Google. Once you click your office, you can kind of just scroll down and you can see what the stars are. LLV is low to the ground also. Yes. How's it going to be in cul-de-sacs? I don't know. Actually, they have good turning radiuses. Yes, they do. For that big vehicle, they do turn better than the Pro Masters. But they're also taller and clunkier. I don't know how they're pulling it off. This guy with the Chicago pizza. Domino's. Domino's ain't pizza. Domino's trying to come out with a New York pizza. I tried it. I was like, it's disgusting. Since we're part of the government, they should match our pay what police officers make. Johnny, I wish that was true. Not all police officers make a lot of money. They really don't. Local police officers don't make a lot of money. A lot of them come in starting in at $55,000 a year. Detroit pizza, Jesus. Workload report says you only need 5 minutes overtime. Indiana, the new plant that they built as a custodian. So far, no complaints, but I dig the gems you drop. All right, cool. Elementary school pizza, Grand Rapids. Somebody texting, what do you mean you can't do 3,000 DPS and 100 parcels in 8? You should. You should. Elementary school was Domino's. I went to elementary school. We didn't have Domino's. It wasn't a thing back then. If you're in a state that has one side party of approval, recording is not illegal. Don't get me in the middle of that, love. Hawaii checking in. Be safe in the heat, but I'm denying your $39.96. It requires empathy. That's the key word. Empathy is the key word. Listen, nobody's life is worth it. I'm out there in the heat, standing out there, watching these people, and it's blacktop. I'm cooking outside. I can't fathom you guys up and down stairs, breathing heavy, the heat, that fan blowing nothing but hot air in your lungs, the dust is totally disgusting. It's a hazardous job, honestly. I mean, I'm not trying to light no fire here, but it is. It's totally disgusting. So don't have me curse, but fuck what they told you. You live. You have to go home to your family. I don't care what they write you. Take care of you. Don't be one of the statistics that we read about or see that you passed out and from heat. Don't. There's no other way around it. They'll keep, oh, we gave them a service talk about this. Hydrated. People getting written up for that. Yeah, somebody said I got written up for not staying hydrated, something like that, because your service talks, according to what I was just told, your service talks are supposed to be directives. Okay, so if you're not hydrating, they can write you up. Doesn't make any sense. Seems counterproductive. But are they supposed to produce water for you? I don't think they're supposed to. But the reason that they stopped is because 50 carriers come into an office that got 10 cases of water. 50 carriers. You know what the first 15 are gonna do? They're gonna snatch the cases of water. Tell me y'all ain't seen that. And then when the last few straggle in, they got one case to separate the water. So it's your own carriers that are kind of hindering the progress when it comes down to distributing water amongst yourselves. So I would petition, if your station does not have a ice machine, say, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to buy my case of water. You guys go to the gas stations in the morning. What do you see? You see all those landscapers come in there. They come out with cases of water every morning. That's what they do. Petition to get an ice machine at your own place. Bring your own cooler. Fill your bags with ice. That's my opinion. And I think that every carrier would agree that you need ice machine there. This should not be and you know what's going to happen? The first person going to take all the ice. That's going to happen. But that's what you guys need. You need an ice machine there. Buy your own case of water. Was it $4 for a case? $5 for a case? Stock up on them. At least until this heat give up. Because those new vehicles are not coming anytime soon. That's unfortunate and that's real. And even when they do come, it's still uncomfortable having to work the type of job you guys do in that heat. It's just totally uncomfortable. How much they're going to pay the new CCAs? I think I think you guys are starting out at 19 and some change an hour. I don't see them going more than 21 for the new CCAs to start. My opinion. I like my homemade pizza. Okay. OKC. All right. We need to get rid of the 2-tier pay scale. That they are fighting for. That I'm 100% sure they are fighting to get rid of it. It's just a matter of trying to consolidate it because the people that have been here for a long time, regardless of what you guys think, because we got in this chat, there's people that have been here for 20 years, there's people that have been here for 5 years. They all feel different about it. So I'm not going to give my opinion, but they should get rid of the 2-tier pay scale. Now, how they adjust the pay in the middle of that, I don't know. All right. We need to get rid of 25 supposedly for carriers in Idaho. Nobody lives in Idaho. What, is that a state still? I'm just kidding. 30 is in the proposal. Is it not? I don't know. I don't know what's in the proposal. Nobody knows what's in the proposal. 204Bs are micromanaged and wind up doing things that they don't agree with. That is true. That is true. HR had me come back and redo my fingerprints. I start my orientation next Monday. Congratulations, Miss Lovely. Come back and redo your fingerprint. You sure you ain't got no... Find out you got a felony. Just kidding. Pay raises for all, but gotta pass the the whiny bitch test before hiring. Boy, if they did the whiny bish test right now, 90% of us would be fired immediately. Because that's a postal worker's thought process. We complain about everything. Everything. Just go back and read the comments about when I posted the new vehicles. Y'all been, we need new vehicles. And they put it up there, man, that thing ugly. It is, but look like a platypus. Look. That's what it looked like from the side. $18 an hour. Nampa police. Oof. Does driver's side door swing open or slides open? They slide open. I didn't know Detroit even had a good pizza. Yeah, they still have the sliding doors. They have a few doors. I got that. I think that one has the best setup so far that I've seen. Detroit pizza is called Buddy's Pizza. Who's Buddy? Safety first. This is true. Switching crafts. What do truck drivers start off at? I don't know. If you come in as a truck driver, PTF, I think they're starting off at 32 or 33 an hour. Tractor trailer operators. That's tractor trailers, class A. Class B, maybe 31. And I think the PVOs are 29 and some change. That's where y'all need to go. You carriers need to stop playing and get the PVO. Go at your own pace. Not everyone can run a mile in 6 minutes. This is true. Who won, Kendrick or Drake? Just completed my first year as a custodian, about to take the test to bump up to level 7. Any insights on the maintenance side and things that working on the machines? You're gonna learn. Everybody's trying to get into maintenance. Anybody that's in a plant that's watching me right now can't say that they ain't want to try to get into maintenance. Maintenance seems like the most relaxed job out there. A lot of politics behind the scenes. It is not a strenuous job, but there's a lot of politics behind the scenes. There'll always be machines. There's more machines now than there were before. I bring my old water bottle. Yeti and Stanley have government discounts. This is true. My station, St. Louis, ordered a whole pallet of water. That's what stations used to do. And then they would lock it up. And then people were like, oh, they got the water locked up. You know why they lock them up. I'm not saying it's right, but they leave it out there. And, the last 5 people at the end of the night, and the supervisor's up in the front counting the money. Then the carrier's going, they walking out with a case of water for their family. Kind of, it is what it is. They won't get any more than, when will we stop bleeding, stop losing shmoney? Shit. We're not losing as much as we were before. We're not. We're working with the AC, no AC, shitty fans, asbestos on the floor, won't fix the AC and build a new place. I'm not sure where you're at, Charles, but they are revamping a lot of these buildings. That I do know. One of the oldie crappy buildings about 40 miles away from me was totally revamped. And one of the truck drivers was down there and was like, man, they got new bathrooms. They did the whole floor over. They got the AC pumping. Obviously, things take time. They got new lighting, new equipment in there. So, the Joy's doing something. Kind of, working at a snail's pace because you got a million things to do and you got a lot of politics behind it. I understand his vision. The rollout is really complicated. And I think his demeanor behind it, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to do it anyway. That's kind of his demeanor, which rubs people the wrong way. If they don't raise the starting pay, nobody going to come and stay. Honestly, if they don't raise the pay, there's people that are going to come here regardless. That's my opinion, because last night I just went through and I just did my data check. I look at comparable jobs with the type of education that a lot of people that come in try to do, and there are very few that compare to where we're at. What I do know is that it's going to be, this is one of the only places that bring people in that are older to become carriers. A lot of people are retired and they come back and they want to be carriers. I'm like, you crazy? These guys is out here dying. Why would you even do that? A carrier that's 20 and then they're 45, 50 years old, they started and they're out here. Okay, great. But coming in at an older age to what you guys are dealing with is total shell shock. You all know when somebody walks into your station that's new, if they're going to last. You ain't telling them, but you like, you talking amongst yourself. Yeah, Charles, they ain't going to last. He ain't going to last. It's messed up. I'm supposed to be working with him. But you know, this is the only, Amazon ain't got no old people. I ain't seen an old person yet deliver nothing to me. UPS, it is rare you see somebody that's older with gray hair coming out. Seldom. Them driving them box vans, they up and down the stairs. They keep fit people doing that. We're the only place that got, what was it, a few weeks ago? A guy 91 years old delivering mail. What is he? How I come to your door. I'm stop messing with people. I'm be that person. Sir, I need you to sign for this. I ain't shit. I'm sorry. Oh boy. If you're a CCA on probation, will the increase for new CCAs also be coming to me as well? Yes. Yes. If you're currently working for the post office and if you starting out at whatever your rate is and then they implement something, that's what that whole back pay thing is. I don't really want to go over that again. It's very complicated, but yes, it will automatically bump you for whatever it is and you get your back pay when it finally happens. It's a long drawn out process. Do doors in a new vehicle slide open or swing open? They do slide open. We have water and ice pops. There's a lady at one of the stations that goes and she buys ice pops for the carriers. They love her. 28 years and I deserve my high pay. If they change the 2 tiers, then I better well be damn making over 6 figures. Take home pay. See, Audi May, she ain't like she's like, they said it, not me. They said it. See, some people feel like, they've been doing it for a long time. They kind of work their way up to the top. It's a fair assessment. Like, man, I've been doing this for X amount of years. This is what I've been doing. Truck driver. I've been truck driving 26 years. I can't have somebody that just comes out of school and think they're going to make that 200 grand I'm making. Bro, you can't even turn a corner yet. That's how people feel. And they have the right to feel that way. But at the same time, in the same breath, we have to look at the living conditions. We can't change that. That has nothing directly to do with the post office itself. What's going on in this country, in this world, it's affecting us, yes. But should the post office adjust because the economy is this way? They take that into consideration during negotiations. That's what they do. But they don't automatically say, oh, well, gas went up to $10 a gallon. We need to pay these guys more. We wish that's how it was because pockets are getting empty. Refrigerators getting empty. But it's a long drawn out process. So when DeJoy raises his price on the stamps a little bit and people lose their damn mind, well, why the hell are you raising your stamps? Because everything else in the country is raising up. And if we need raises, they got to raise the price on something for us to get paid more. That's how that works. Last year, our office won the summer challenge. We were supposed to get an ice machine. We never got anything. This summer, same challenge came up. Guess what? Office not trying. Daniel, I bet you if y'all all not show up I ain't going to start it. Y'all not show up to work for a week because it's hot. I bet you they get an ice machine in there. It's in their budget. It's in their budget. That is always in a budget. It's about them coming out to put it in and all that other foolishness. It is in their budget. They cannot, oh, well, no, it's not in our budget. We got people dying out here. It's not in our budget. Okay. Yeah, shit. Let these people tell you. They only give us water when we process more package now. I deliver 800 to 110 to 4 packages. God damn. It's not this small amount that the old carriers on table 1 mentioned. Oh, don't start that, Eric. Don't do that. See, it flopped. Okay, so they only delivered a few packages back in the days, yes. But they had 12 to 15 DPS stacked in the back. Now y'all are doing 4 or 5 DPS trays and a ton of packages. And when I told y'all about a year ago, it is slowly transforming into parcel delivery. That doesn't mean anybody worked any less harder than the others. They may look like they're not working as hard because here's something. A lot of people say there's no work-life balance. It's all in an individual. You ever look at the people that are there for 10 years and they seem to be on this rhythm. 15 years, they got a rhythm. But it's the people that are there 10 years or less that are grunt. Oh, man, it sucks, man, it sucks. And not just the money, because the people that have been there for 10 to 15, 20 years, they've gone through that same, this is hard. It's all about figuring out that happy medium to make it all work. Because those that are working, man, I'm still working 60 hours a week. I got no time at home. Whether they're carriers, whether they're clerks, whether they're mail handlers, eventually you get the happy medium. 4 years ago, too much overtime at the plants. Think about it. Mail handlers were putting in 12-hour minimum days, 60 hours a week, 15-hour days sometime. Now they're starving. Oh, they only putting me 40 hours a week. I can't live off of this. Once they finally come regular, there has to be a happy medium. But look at the people that have been there for 15, 20 years. Yeah, they're not broke, but they're not complaining as much because they figured out where that happy medium was. Everybody that's watching now has their own happy medium. Me, I loved the money when I was a truck driver. I get no overtime. None. I work 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. No overtime. But I'm at that point where I got a happy medium. I don't live above my means. I was talking to my son. My son asked me the other day, Daddy, when we gonna buy another car, man? Your car dirty. Why you can't just get another car? I said, son, I can't afford a car note. Why? I said, remember those cruises we go on? Yeah. I said, that's a car note. Oh. I said, you'll remember that for the rest of your life. You ain't gonna remember this hunk of junk in 20 years. You're right, Dad. So I don't put myself in a situation where I'm uncomfortable. I ain't rich, but I ain't broke. People have to figure out their own happy medium. Their own happy medium. So when people sit there and they complain, man, this is it. I see people change. Within the last 5 years, it's people that still write me, they say, Jay, you were right. They email me all the time, man. I'm in my 4th year, man. It was hard during the first 2 years, and I get it all the time. I get it all the time. And while it's in my head, so I just watched the video, totally off topic. If anybody has Navy Federal, if you have it, and you're a military person, get a Navy Federal. If anybody wants to know on the outside, because I have a couple people already, find their way to get a Navy Federal for your car loans. I don't want people to get in debt. That's the only credit, or any credit union. You know, credit unions don't really require proof of income. What you have to build a relationship with them first, obviously, get your direct deposit, everything in there. But they don't require proof of income when going to buy a car. Just so you know that. And Navy Federal is one of the only places that will allow you to hold 2 car loans with them. And it's going off of stated income. All right. So credit unions, great. Navy Federal, the biggest in the country, has the most rave reviews. And I'm blown away. I have a business account with them now. I'm learning to build it. So as I'm learning, I'm sharing that with you. But yes, I was like, nah. And then they showed me. I'm like, that's crazy. And they stated income. So that's on a side note. Don't get yourself into debt, though, because they'll come for that car. Is it true if you quit as a regular and get rehired within 90 days, you'll retain your regular benefits? If you quit as a regular, that's a difficult question. If you quit and get rehired in the same position, I think you keep it. But you can't quit as a regular, get rehired as an assistant. It doesn't work like that. And keep the same benefits. You got to get back up to it. So whatever your whatever's in your TSP will stay there. Obviously, your savings account or whatever. Yeah. So if you're thinking about, hey, I'm a regular, I quit, I'm moving to New Jersey. Nobody moves to New Jersey, but I'm moving to Jersey, and the only position they have is an assistant position. If that's what you're talking about, will I still keep the same benefits inside of my retirement? Yes, they don't take your benefits away. As far as your insurance, all that changes with your job duties. Okay, so if you were a clerk before and then you go to being a carrier, you have to go underneath the NALC. Their options, so it's a little bit different. All right, and you pay a little bit more. Shout out to our Chicago letter carriers. Chicago's, oof, that's a rough one. How much you think the raise will be for a starting regular carrier? I can't lie to you on that one. I don't even know what your starting rate is right now for a regular. I know y'all got PTFs that starting out, what, $23 an hour or something like that? Fast food in California, 20 an hour. Y'all ever notice that you go into McDonald's now, there's nobody there to take your order? Like, unless you really go up to them, they got these screens, and I hate them. I can't figure it out. My son's like, I hate them. No customer service. That's what they're looking for towards the post office. People don't want to interact with people anymore because of the way we've been, which brings me back to what I was talking about earlier with the post office. What is $80 a week? Got here a bit late. That's my assumption. $80 a week is my assumption on what you guys might get as a raise. And I think that's $80 a paycheck, honestly. Is the Joy ultimate plan for the post office to be privatized? I don't want to spread that rumor. I don't know what his plan is. It's all speculation. How many hours do truck drivers work weekly? Every career person is set to work 40 hours a week. If you're a career, you work 40 hours a week. If you work more, it goes with the demand. If we have 20 truck drivers and working 40 hours a week for 6 months straight, then the holiday season comes in, we may work more. Overtime may be required. So it can, just like carriers, if the need is there, then we work it. But what they're doing now, the truck drivers, they're filling everybody up, so nobody's working on the overtime. They're filling all the carriers up. That I know. I told you guys that from months ago. More and more carriers just keep getting hired. They're trying to eliminate the whole concept of overtime or minimize it as much as possible. If you listen to what DeJoy said in one of his recent speeches to everybody on how much overtime they've reduced with the post office, mind-blowing on how much money they've saved. So they are definitely trying to eliminate overtime as much as possible by bringing in more people, which will alleviate some of the work for the carriers. Now, two types of carriers in here. Some of you that love the overtime, some of you that hate the overtime. Some of the CCAs that come in ready to go home and, hey, we got another piece for you. Bro, I told you I got to go get my daughter. What are we doing right now? Those that can't stand it just because you're a runner. And then you have the other ones that are like, shh, I need this overtime. I need this. So that's a matter of choice. Those are the ones that sign up for the overtime list. Why didn't you send him, man? He's on the overtime list. That's how this works. Elijah, do they get penalty? Yes, we get penalty. Anybody in the APWU get penalty pay. I believe carriers get penalty pay. Mail handler union, no penalty pay. There was a couple of Reddit posts about a ton of people getting ready to pack their bags if the contract isn't good. And I was like, a lot of people are ready to jump ship. Hopefully this contract is good. 100 people going to say they jump ship. 2 might leave. 2. Damn, that's truth. Everybody can go and apply. We ain't gonna apply Amazon. You gonna apply to UPS? There ain't that many jobs UPS. I looked on their site. I couldn't find nothing from my area, and I live in a big city. truckers get penalty pay, or is that just carriers? Both of them. People will come for lower pay, but they aren't going to be people you want handling your checks and sensitive documents. True that, Jordan. But it only took 8 years to max out. Now it takes 13, and we're making less. Best pizza. Godfather's Pizza. All right, Virginia, send me some of that Godfather's Pizza. Where you at? Gordon, Georgia. Where is Gordon, Georgia? Is that even a place? I never heard of that. Who else on their route right now? Y'all better stop playing. You better be listening with your left ear, because your right ear needs to be open, listening to the traffic around you. Y'all saw all these people running people over and stuff, right? Man, this lady was 80 days in. 80 days in. And these people, when I train them, I'm letting them know, hey, man, you got 90 days. 90 days. Don't fart too loud, okay? She riding down the main road, door open, no seatbelt on, no lap belt on. Just and on the phone, just going on the main road. No seatbelt, no lap belt, door wide open. 81st day, fired. Why would y'all put yourself in that situation? Getting mad that people coming in would be getting fair wages is crab in the barrel mentality. Yeah. Fair wages right now, though, unfortunately. Jordan, I agree with you on some things. Get this conversation. Hold on. Y'all want to hear this? Hey, you live with JH. Hello. Oh, she hung up. Oh, well. Y'all heard that ringtone was hot, right? So when people come in around the country, it's so difficult to find anything. Like I said, it's hard to find fair wages. And every time I say this, people get upset, but it's not trying to antagonize anybody. Find a job that me, where I live, you in Idaho live, somebody in Portland, Oregon lives, that offers anybody with my basic education and any education to go in and make a fair wage. What's going on, Danny? A fair wage that we require in order to survive. Find that. Please post it, because I'm still looking. I want this person to call back. This person is one of them that's just got her first day of Carrier Academy. That'd be funny. See if she answers. Probably not. I am 100% for raising stamp prices. This is true. I won FedEx last year in Hawaii. They charged like $2. God damn. $2. So I returned something. Everybody's charging more than we are for packages. I see these people in FedEx uniforms. They don't look like they sweat like y'all. Brown, they sweat. They don't look like y'all. Maybe it's because we got the light blue shirts. But do any other delivery company look like y'all when you sweat? What's going on, Mario? Do they? I mean, they be all dirty. They be underarms, be a hat be soaked. Nobody look like they work as hard. And we don't make we make more than a FedEx. We definitely do. 9 trays of DPS. That's lame. People checking other people's pay. This is true. I got 4 trays of 600, hopefully my roll, regular USAA, working in 105 degrees right now. Yo, Will, I apologize for that. Stay hydrated. Good God. With USPS moving towards parcel dominant and little known, should I, as RSA, look for another profession? Is my job still secure in the long run? I would say it is, especially with rural. They're trying to get more rural people out there. I'm a career carrier and not getting 40 hours. How are you not getting 40 hours? Are you PTF? If you got a bid, you have to work 40 hours. I'm getting too much OT as a regular. Is night pay the same as penalty pay? No. Nighttime differential pay is anything between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. If you work between those hours, if you work for the NALC or APWU, you're going to get a percentage higher. I think it's 10% higher during those specific hours. Penalty pay, that's if you work over 12 hours for the day. Okay? So there's overtime and then there's penalty time. I like overtime, but I like it in a balance. Give me, say, 6 hours of overtime and I'll be happy with it. I know that's right. Hey, fam, what's going on, Danny? Plenty of small times in America. When I was being hired, I saw many times Colorado. I never knew Haxton, Colorado used to be able to get a house for under 100,000. Now you got a 100K. Big knock, Chirac. What up, Jay? Why the post office play with your app? They call me back and saying fingerprints expired. I did this. This is a good sign for TTO. Big knock, Chirac. I'm sorry to be late with it. It happens. I don't know when you did your fingerprints. I think it's like 30 days or something like that. When I came in, I did 2 sets of fingerprints. I did 3 drug tests before I got hired. Yeah, it was 6 months before I got hired. It was a long, drawn out process. I was vexed, and came in as a PSE tractor trailer operator. At least y'all coming in as career. But I would say fret not, fear not. That same fingerprints that you're doing goes up onto the NACS, if I'm not mistaken, NACI, NACI, and the Department of Homeland Security. They run it and they approve you for a background check. That's how that works. Is either UPS or USPS. There is nothing else out there offering pension, 401k, etc., etc. Yeah, kind of that. Pre-hire list, how long is that process? It could be they hire by the need. I'm on my route now. What's the next step for CCA hiring process after they request the MVR? Check your MVR, your motor vehicle record, and then they'll set you up with an orientation if everything's good. Yo, Jay, I made it 1 year in. Now I'm on tour 2. That's what's up, Lewis, for sure. I didn't do anything. Lewis, you did this by yourself. I wasn't there going through that grind. Love when y'all say thank you, but I'm a humble individual. I don't take compliments well, and I don't take thanks well, because this all works together. And it's kind of where this whole community came in. Y'all got to kind of be a little bit more, and I'm telling you what it is. You got to kind of be more receptive to everybody. There's a lot of people that I know are not going to be good carriers. My job is one thing, to make sure that they drive correctly. And I always wish them the best. I give them a little bit of advice before they go there. Say, hey, take this for what it's worth. This can change your life, etc. Stick with it. Don't worry what other people think. And if people, when they get to the station, are more receptive, it's hard to be when you're working in a difficult environment. I get that. But it can help change the narrative of us just being shitty people working for the post office. You look at Reddit posts, you look at everybody thinks we're trash. It is what it is. Customers that you interact with, they like you. Carriers, to a degree. The customers coming into the windows, they can't stand us. Half the people we interact, we have to change this narrative. We do. Because I go to a station, I know a lot of the carriers. And I know if I went there and if they treated me the way I see them interact with people, I'd lose my damn mind. I'd quit too. I would. Long process to get hired, but 1 week to quit. No question, Vin. Fort Gordon is a military base. I'm no there anymore. Oh, okay, Virginia. I'm assuming you're a woman. I can't see. These are little tiny dots next to your name. You see that? Virginia, yeah, I'm assuming that's a woman. Do they still do background checks? Yes, they do background checks. They should. They should do background checks. God damn, they should. You know, I'm walking in my damn parking lot. I'm not snitching. I'm telling. Parking lot this morning. And I walk past the vehicle, door open up. Whew, smoke coming out it. Smelling the weed. I'm looking over. And I'm cool with the person. And I'm like, he or she. And I'm like, come on, man. It's one thing you didn't have to do a drug test to get in. Get it. But it's another thing when you totally disrespecting the fact that you got government benefits and you in here just on the ground. Come on, man. Damn. And I see it all the time. But I mean, it was just a cloud of smoke. It was a break or whatever. Just, if that's your thing, cool. But have some respect for the job, because it's still in your clothes. You spraying shit. Come on. Really? Because somebody, whether you believe it or not, that slightly impair you and you get on a piece of equipment or machinery, and the moment something happens, they will drug test you. Quick, fast, in a hurry. Oh, they got their arm snapped off? Drug test. That's how that works. But they just no respect for the place anymore. It's pretty sad, honestly. It's a sense of entitlement. And it ain't just young people. It's people in general that just coming in. It's like, I deserve this. Really? Okay. What's wrong with the 8 years max out? I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Do they still do randoms on MVO? Hell yeah, they do randoms. Truck drivers are the only one that get randoms. That's serious, man. About a year ago, I did 5 in 1 year. I think the system was messed up. I was mad. I'm like, yo, me. All the truck drivers. I had beef with one of the other truck drivers when I was up. He was like, man, you doing this? No, man, I'm not. It's just popping up in the system. It was just back to back randoms, breathalyzer tests, everything. They do that to truck drivers on a consistent drug test and a breathalyzer. Does Washington State have a COLA? Every state has a cost of living adjustment. CBD pre-roll. I'd like to change my craft to a truck driver for the post office, but can you switch over and still hold your regular career status, or do you switch over as non-career? Well, if you switch over to a truck driver, you will be career now, because they got rid of the non-career status for truck drivers. They need to do that with carriers. So they come in as PTF. I believe they're doing that for carriers as well. Don't hold me to that one. I'm hearing two different stories. But I believe everybody being hired on will be coming on as PTFs, which for the non-career, I think they're automatically going to come on as career. But as far as what you asked, if you're career, a career carrier, and you switch over to become a truck driver, number one, you're going to lose your seniority and you're going to come over as a PTF. Just so you know, you're at the bottom of the list. Shouldn't matter to you if you got in there. We have a guy that was 30 years in, coming from New York to my area. He was clearly career, came down here to PTF, lost all of his seniority, but he got back up. All right. Change my craft to a truck driver. I think some customers you can satisfy, and there's just some people you cannot. That is 100% true, Eric. On Saturday, I had a customer come in and complain his package was sent to the wrong state. There's no pleasing him. All right. I think I answered everybody's question. Wait, what do we got here? Somebody sending me messages while we're here. All right, what we got there? Concerned letter carrier. Where's she at, in the snow? Their cover carrier. All right. The CLC is sad. Oh, this is Octavia Redmond. Wow, she's a beautiful young lady. For those that don't know, there was a lady that was, up in Chicago. Horrified to hear the death of Chicago Branch 11 letter carrier Octavia Redmond On July 19th, 2024, Sister Redmond was shot and killed in the performance of her duties. Our deepest condolences for her family. Co-workers, Branch 11, letter carriers, keep America connected. They should not have to go to work every day fearing a violent attack will happen to them. With the recent increase in robberies and attacks on letter carriers, it's time for Postal Service to increase the staffing of the Postal Police Force significantly. And with that being said, like this was just sent to me. They are. Go on the blue pages. They're hiring more police officers. What are they going to do? Who knows? But if I told you guys this, somebody told me 2 years ago not to say this. But I'm going to tell you to say it. I'm going to tell you to do it. I'm going to say it again and tell you to do it. If they walk up to any carrier and you got keys and they ask you for them, take these mother. You want it? That's yours. Let me go home. I don't care about them keys. You want the truck too? Post office will find it. Your life ain't worth not one piece of mail. Because you know what they're going to do with this? They're going to remember her and they're going to replace her. Your life ain't not. When you go in for your orientation, the first thing they tell you to do is, I swear to protect it. This mail. That's how it is. Supervisors, I don't care what they tell you. You're just a number. At the end of the day, you're just a number. Performing duties. And hey, I did my best. I did my best to stay alive. The guy came up. I didn't know what he had. He had a remote control in his hand. I thought it was a gun. I gave him the keys. Find it. Let them do diligent. Because within the last 3 years, look at the amount of crimes on y'all. It is unheard of. And all I think about, as personal it is to me, is that my daughter does the same thing every day. And one person, I would lose my mind. That's my mental fear. Nobody wants to lose a family member. And I always say, what's going on, Postal family? Y'all still family. Lost a family member right there. They ask you for them keys, give it to them. A lady in my area, she started with my son. They came and they put a gun to her head. Took the keys. I thank God, because she just had babies. Take the keys. Take them. Take them. Take them damn keys. They need to do is put a tracking device on them keys if they really was smart enough. Get rid of the keys. Everybody else does. You see Amazon got keys for their locker? No. They got codes. They use their little scanners. They beep. They put stuff in, right? That's what they need. That's what they're doing. They need to do it faster. Carriers' lives keep getting lost. Oh, that's a sacrifice of war? No. Just deliver a mail. Dying in the heat. Dying from people trying to steal it. Hence the reason why they should be fighting for more for you guys. But let's see how that contract comes out. Oh, sorry. Does spot leave get override if someone put in for vacation on that same week? Spot leave? I'm not sure what spot leave is. What is the top pay on MVO and how long does it take? Am in New York, Caribbean. Okay, go to the APWU website, look up level 7. Level 7 truck driver. That's what it is, under the level 7 scale. Level 7 is what an MVO makes. And you can kind of see down. And remember, there's really no top pay, because in 3 years from now, that same thing that you're looking at, it's going to be over here, and they're going to have a new pay scale. So that's the one thing you can always rest assured. There may not be consistently pay raises. You may top out, but there'll always be cost of living adjustments that will come. So even the people that have been here for 20 years that have topped out, they always get a cost of living adjustment, always continue. So their pay will continue to go up. All right. I'm not, and yes, I am a woman. You sure you're a woman? Probably should proofread more before it hits send. Okay. All right. I'm sorry, Virginia. I can't see these things. I apologize. My coffee's ready. I drink coffee in the afternoon. Ernesto, excited to begin as a CCA in Rockland County, New York. Have you been watching it hit the ground running? I was in Rockland not too long ago. I used to run track against Rockland. Yes. My high school used to over there across the bridge. Yeah. That's right. When you think we will see new contract proposals. See the new proposal? He ain't showing y'all what the proposal is, or he would have shown you already. I'm not sure where you're at, Nick. If you're talking about the carriers, we're not sure. If you're talking about the other ones, they are telling you, which is where the transparency blows my mind. You look at the NALC YouTube page, nothing. You look at the APWU YouTube page, he talking something. Whether he lying or not, I don't care. But at least he keeping people abreast of something. That's what blows my... Why is this dude sitting here hiding? Like, oh, it's so secretive. Look, you remember when that dude from UPS was saying, look, we're going to them and this is what we're asking for. We're demanding a minimum of $45 an hour. I don't know what he said. I think he sounded like that. No, he's a New Yorker. We demanding a damn sucker. And he said, this is what we're looking for. We're not backing down. This is how it is. I don't know what Brian Renfro doing. That dude he over there in the corner. Why is it so secretive? When you find out is when it's already going to be, oh, we got a great deal. Well, what the hell is the deal? We're putting it out tomorrow. Well, you got the deal. Tell us what it is. We're just writing it up. Bro, tell us what it is. That's how it's going to play out. That dude a snake. Ain't my president. When does the new contract drop? What are your expectations as far as new RCA raise? RCAs? Oh, you must be new to my channel. I am so unfamiliar with that. But I got a guy. That can give you that type of information. He emailed me not too long ago. That's a lot of letters you got there. DBJ, Gen, BDDBD, BD. If you want to email me, you could ask me whatever question you'd like, and I will forward it directly to him. Because I don't have the answers with the RCAs or rural carriers. I don't want to lie about that. You can only leave the union on a 10-day window. Who's asking about the union? So if they delay it and make members, if it's bad neutral. I don't, man. I don't know. Sheesh. I don't want to talk about leaving any union. But if you guys are really serious about that, you guys have to follow Tyler Vasseur. He just had his Zoom meeting on Sunday. There's 168 people in this room. By the time this video is over, it's probably going to be over 1,000. I'm hoping that you guys were in there to get your questions out, to get the information that he's giving. He is a fighter for you guys. Tyler Vasseur is an intelligent young man, and I've had maybe a half an hour conversation with him before we did our video. Very knowledgeable, and he is definitely on the side of the carriers. In any aspect of any union worker, in my opinion, because he just wants transparency when people negotiate. Because it's only the top people that say, hey, you know what? I think we should just do this for them. This is what they need. Well, I think we should have a voice in this. We're paying a bill. Well, yeah, okay. And that's kind of how they treat union workers. We're doing what's best, what we think for you. Well, you're not my dad. As parents, we do that for our kids. Look, we're doing this for the best of you. You don't know no better. No, my guy, I'm a grown-ass man. I know what's going on. I know what I'm looking at. Show me what it is that you're proposing, and let the rest of us say, okay, we agree with that before you put that on the table, which is transparency, which is something that they're not doing with your union, which is wild. I don't know why. You think they're going to make TTO level 10? I know they fighting for it. That I do know. Juan Anderson, San Diego. What's going on, brother? Detroit in the house. Paris Stewart. Detroit. Y'all got good pizza in Detroit? Somebody say y'all got good pizza in Detroit, Michigan. I didn't think that's a thing. Detroit, Michigan. But I had something else to talk about. I don't remember what it was. All right, I think I covered that. Cross the I, dot the T. Right? Cross the I and dot the T. This guy was a piece of work. Somebody said that they have a few of those duck face vehicles come into their station somewhere. I don't remember where. Yeah, y'all had a lot of comments. We don't have a contract, so we can go on strike. No, you can't go on strike. You can't go on strike. I don't think you should even mention those words. Oh man, that vehicle is taller than the ProMaster. Just so you guys know, it's taller than the ProMaster, it's longer than the ProMaster, it's wider than the ProMaster. It is almost the same height as a 2-ton vehicle. There's a lot of space in that vehicle. All that tells me is a lot of work. What position you work in? Was it the station or the plant? I'm not sure what that's about. So someone said they foresee plenty of accidents with that front end swiping cars on that vehicle. Stupid design. Well, that's where the sensors are. It's not going to let you run into vehicles because of those sensors are going to alert you when you get close. They're very, very sensitive. It's going to kind of be annoying, but just from all the accidents they've been having, it's going to be more than safe. It's going to be almost annoyingly safe. So, I mean, it's a good thing, but it's going to piss you guys off initially. Eventually, I'll get the hang of it. Because when I was driving that tractor trailer, if nobody knows what those sensors do, I'm trucking down the road doing the speed limit, of course. And this sumbitch went from one lane. Damn, if you guys do this, curse you. Right in front of the truck to get into the other lane, so close that the sensor detects a vehicle as if it's going to be impacted, and the truck will slam on the brakes. And I mean, I had my seatbelt on, of course. I did. But I almost, like, the whole truck jerks automatically, going speed limit, of course, 55 miles an hour, no more. And almost that it is uncomfortable. Okay, when a vehicle takes over while you're driving, and in a truck moving 55 miles an hour with 50,000 pounds in the back, it's a jerking, jolting thing. And it scares the hell out of you. Okay, very uncomfortable. They have more sensors than that in those new vehicles, just so you know. You ever drive one of those vehicles and it pulls your steering wheel back, lane assist? I hate them. That's what it has, all that. FedEx Express. Someone said FedEx Express pays well. I don't know. Currently work for FedEx Express, which makes me an employee of FedEx. They are employees of FedEx, which is very difficult to get in. I was going to leave for Amazon, tried it out for a week and changed his mind. Amazon sucks. And you work way harder at Amazon. And FedEx Express pays better. All right, just so you guys know. Somebody's sharing this information. Do you believe that if $44 an hour was given to you guys, that it would be enough? Do you all believe that it would be enough? Because if $44 was given to you, I think that people will still complain. That's my opinion. I think people will still complain because all we're going to do is just buy more stuff and live above our means. Somebody asked me that question. Oh, I lost some. Cam from Chicago Branch 11. Big Mandingo. Dingo in the house. Greetings, Alicia. Alikia. You think USPS will have its own stock like UPS? It's not a privately owned company. I don't think so. Amazon paying for that back pay. If I'm leaving MVO to PPO, am I going to get the same pay rate? Postal police officer, I don't know how their pay rate works. I believe they're under the APWU, though. You will get comparable pay. When they're going to start the PVO craft? They have started it. It just may not have hit your area yet. JH, did you start as a carrier? Never carried mail a day in my life, which is why people say, Jay, you shouldn't be talking about it. You shouldn't be talking about it. That's, why not? My title of my says everything USPS. I'm well-versed. Well-versed. I don't know everything, but I got enough family to give me the information that I need. No, I didn't start as a carrier. I was a truck driver. And before being a truck driver, I was a chef. That was my life. Couldn't stand the heat, so I got out the kitchen. Started as a household mover and then became a truck driver. My car has a motion where it auto brakes and honks and alerts if there was somebody behind you. It saved me a few times from someone speeding behind me or someone walking behind me. Oh, what kind of car you got there, Eric? What is better, custodian at a plant or a post office? Well, depends on if you work at the plant, you're kind of secluded, you kind of see yourself, right? Doing your own thing. If you're at a station, you get to interact with the people. They kind of get to know you. You become a part of a family. It's a little more cozy at a station. If I were a custodian, I prefer to work at a station. My opinion. I think it depends on where you live. At $44 isn't enough. Well, ain't nobody here getting no $50. Somewhere like California, somewhere like Georgia, I think for more than enough. I'm in Philadelphia, VMF. Are they hybrid trucks or full EV? You're at the VMF. They're supposed to be training you guys for this. But so some of them are gas and the other half are electric. Some of them are all-wheel drive. Some of them are front-wheel drive or just two-wheel drive. So you have 4 different models of those vehicles. They have the electric, all-wheel, electric, rear wheel or front wheel. And then they have the gas, all-wheel, the gas, front wheel. Okay? As a carrier, we appreciate when you talk about it. And again, I don't talk too much about what I don't know. I have a lot of friends that are in different unions with the carriers. Again, my daughter, she's a carrier. Sister, she's a carrier. Son, carrier. So I got different aspects. And as well as when I delivered to stations, I communicated with everybody. So I knew everybody at the stations, carriers all the way down, and union clerks. So I always have them at the fingertips, and I'm nosy. Hey, man, what's going on with y'all stuff? What's going on? Okay, tell me some more. And then moving up to the position where I'm at now, I'm interacting with a lot of the carriers as well. And the union presidents always come to talk to the new carriers when they come in there. So I get to see the union president on a consistent basis in the building because, you know, they talk to try to sell the whole carrier craft to them. This is where I get a lot of my information from, just so you guys know. I'm not just stuck in one box, just talking to my union shop steward. No, I get it from all around. All right. And I ain't got a lot of you guys. I chat with a lot of you people outside who the hell is you people? My family. Chill. I chat with a lot of you outside of the outside of this. And a lot of y'all send me half the information you get as well. All right. I was a 204B. They paid me wrong. I said something. I lost the position when I was brought back. They owed me over $10K. See, I don't play with my money. You put me up as a 204B, I need that on a Form 50. Form 50. I'm sitting here doing different work. I need to see the Form 50 that says you're paying me to do this. CCA PTF is too low. Minimum pay should be at least $25 an hour. I agree. Minimum. National call out. You better stop that, Terry. For show. We haven't seen them yet. We're still working with the FFVs. Really? Where you at, distinguished gentleman? Oh, you're in Philadelphia. Yeah, I wouldn't bring nothing up there either. I was just watching the news, man. Y'all just had a block party. 10 people shot up there the other day. Like, come on, that was people. Y'all people tripping over there in Philly. I got one of my peoples that work. I got a few people that work in Philly at the plant over there. Actually, one of them is a shop steward, come to think about it. Any updates on the APWU contract? Little bits and pieces. Nothing to rave about yet. Wrong pay happens more than you think. It seems like every Christmas there's pay problems. When I got a new postmaster, there was a few weeks I was shorted 8 hours of pay. Just started. They made a few videos on opening day. Yes, I have an FFV in California. APWU, at least my people told me what they were going to the convention to talk about. My ex-wife, she's a carrier. I got people that are, not a carrier, clerk. So again, different people. I got connections, and I had to curse one of the shop stewards out. But we sorted that out, and I got information. So I get little bits of pieces of information from all of them, and they're still up there. They ain't been back yet. You know, I knew what my people were going up there to propose, and I knew what they were proposing for the clerks. Proposing. That doesn't mean that they're going to get it. Proposing, then proposing it to the USPS, then the negotiation process, and then yeah, no. So it's a long, drawn out process, but I know what they're starting out to ask for. I would give big raises for a better pension. Did you heard about the mail carrier killed in Chicago? Thank you, putting secret sauce on top. I don't know how to feel about that. Secret sauce on taco. That sounds a little sexual. That's disgusting. I don't know. I might like it. Yes, I did. I heard about the mail carrier killed in Chicago. And I said, give the keys. This job ain't worth nobody life. Get them keys up. They don't want to pay y'all better. Give them keys up. They make another one. Eric, what I'm so sorry. I'm sore. My throat is disgusting. I apologize for that. Any idea what they're proposing? Eric, I'm not sure what craft you're in. So with your with the carriers, they're gonna start big. They're gonna propose big, and USPS is gonna lowball them. And they're gonna give back. They're gonna keep going back and forth. And like I said, it's just they do the same thing every year. Like I said, it may be a little bit more, but you're in the clerk craft. Same thing. I think I said that earlier. Y'all are not getting a substantial bump. You're going to get a big back check that I know, once they finally negotiate it. But I haven't heard anything positive about a substantial increase initially. But like I said, if you look at it through the life of it, it'll look like, damn, I got a lot of money. You just don't see it right then and there. Like I said, for my craft, $15,000 in 3 years. And I'm like, get out of here. Broke it down and looked. I was like, shit is right. $15,000 in 3 years. That's a lot of money. But when you break it down by hour, by hour, by hour, it don't look like nothing but chump change. Going from 50,000 to 65,000 in just 3 years. That's a big jump. You can't find it nowhere else. Between the colas and the bumps in the steps, it's good. But when you see it on your paycheck, you barely see it. You barely see it. It'd be nice they just slap it on top right away. You're like, oh, now you can feel it. But y'all remember when I used to talk about, oh yeah, we got a whole 3 cents. Oh, in another 8 cents. Y'all like, what is this? Oh yeah, let's not go spend it. That's how they factor it all in. They keep doing it. And it just seems like it trickles in so small. Think about the bucket. You drip water into the bucket. It's going to take a long time, but the bucket's going to get full, right? Eventually. That's how it works with this place. Little drips of buck, but the bucket eventually gets full. And by the time it gets full, you're like, man, I don't want that. We already passed that. We need more water. That's where we're at right now. Every single time. I'm like, I didn't realize how much of a bump in pay I got because I didn't see it initially. But when I tell everybody else, look at your Form 50s from this time and go back 3 years ago or 4 years ago and see if your career, you can see the difference of your salary then to what it is now. And then you'll see like, shit, okay, all right, well, I was at, 42,000 and now I'm at 55,000, $13,000. It's not bad, it's really not. But when you look at it, it comes out to like 60 to 75 cents an hour. That's it. Over a trickling period. What kind of crap is this? PVS raises. What's PVS? Truck driver? I'm a step E as a letter carrier, 26. I'm just hoping they drop time to pay from 13 years to 8 or 9. They are aiming for that as well. Less time to get to the top. They started us on finish last week. I'm ready to move building and maintenance. I'm starving. We all starving. I'm starving. Can't find it in the show. La Shield. You agree? Can't find it nowhere else. Amazing Aces. Okay. I mean, I don't know what you're referring to. Maybe you listening a little bit behind, but yeah, I mean, if you could find somewhere else that's going to give us that type of money, please share it in the chat. Postal Vehicle Services Craft. Yes. PVO, MVO, TTO. Yes. Yes, they are aiming for raises for PVS craft. The Motor Vehicle Services craft. MVS? Yeah, Motor Vehicle Services craft. They negotiated something they don't want to share, probably are ashamed of. They say that they don't want to offer the information because they feel like they'll be scrutinized. There's no carrier's gonna be happy with whatever. We asked for $50 an hour, but they only gave you, $26 an hour. They're gonna be wrong regardless of whatever it is whatever it is raised that the carriers get. They're not gonna be happy with it. So I think that's why he's hiding. I think that's what they said. They said that they're trying to keep it to themselves. I think Tyler Vasor was mentioning that they're kind of keeping it hush because no matter what they come up with, the carriers are not going to be happy. Background music is a vibe. You can hear that, Aaron? Oh yeah, this guy's pretty good. I don't know. Who is it? Saxophone class. Nathan Allen saxophone. Nathan Allen saxophone. He's a good guy. What you're saying makes sense. Comparing from my previous job at Walmart, I'm a clerk at the PDC. Clerk at the PDC. Is there any more loans that begin on the BMG on the allotment side? I don't know if it's allotment. I remember Rise was offering a loan, very, very expensive. There was another one that I had in here. It wasn't really good. Honestly, if you really get a credit union, if anybody's going through it, get a credit union. They can really bail you out. I don't like to give financial advice, but credit unions be it. They save you. Rapid City, what level are you? As an MVO, I see the workload is getting lesser every year. Do you think layoffs will ever happen? For truck drivers, I don't see layoffs happening. They're not laying them off. I think a lot of them are being called, what is that called? Unassigned regular. That's what it is. I was just having this conversation with somebody in Tampa, in Orlando or something. They lost 10 runs because of the workload. I don't know if you guys remember, I had my son sitting here and we were talking about scanning, and us truck drivers didn't like to scan. To give you a backstory on that, and we used to scan full trailers worth of stuff. Well, I blame the clerks. Don't take it personal. I did. Because in the middle of the day, the clerks wouldn't send the mail out. So in the afternoon, I was working. I was like, okay, we went to pick up the empty equipment. We didn't scan it because there was no placards on the empty equipment. So it shows Jay driving from the plant all the way down to the station with an empty trailer, and then coming back with the empty trailer because I didn't scan anything. Think about that. They wasted all that money on me to drive, and nothing is scanned on that trailer because they didn't put placards on empty equipment. Then I went back there to go pick up the pre-closed stuff, which is the stuff that comes from the window for the day. Well, if you work at a station, you know how this goes. The clerks are stuck at the window. They're not pushing the stuff out. They only push one piece out, or one cage, one GPC, or maybe two tops. Again, Jay just drove from the plant back down there to pick up 2 cages. And now I'm driving back 2 cages in an 18-wheeler, going back up to the plant. Then at the end of the day, they give me some mail. So now they're saying, well, why the hell are we sending this guy at his pay rate all the way down there with nothing? So there is no need for that specific bid. We can combine that with something else. And this is what's happening with the carriers. This is how they consolidating everything. So now they're like, okay, well, Jay, you're only picking up 2 of these. So now you go from here to there, pick up more, and then pick up more. Now it's putting more pressure on me. I'm like, yo, I'm comfortable because I'm like, shit, I ain't doing much work. I know I'm getting paid well. Telling the truck driver secrets here now. And now, then all of a sudden, my run gets cut, and I'm like, what? Wait, hold on. Now I become an unassigned regular. Now, the people that have been there longer, y'all know you got some older people. They start to see the writing on the wall. They're putting in for their retirement. They ready to leave. They're like, you know what, young blood, I'm gonna leave. That way you get your position back. That's how it's been going. Natural attrition. So I don't believe that they're going to be letting truck drivers go, because there's always a need for them until they can make electric vehicles that drive by themselves. But all of it came into perspective about 5-6 years ago when they started slapping them damn scanners on us and saying, man, scan your load, scan your load, scan your load. And then the clerks of the station ain't accustomed to, we need to scan something. Give me something to scan. Give me something to scan. So it doesn't look like I'm wasting time. It's just a domino effect. And all that data, somebody that's sitting up top with their nerd, okay, this guy here is not doing nothing. And that's how it sounds. Heard that? And that's what they do. And then I used to say it, we screwing ourselves. And that's kind of how it played out, because now we got 10 routes that are getting cut. But we're supposed to be getting more work back when they eliminate a majority of those contractor routes. So we'll see how this plays out. Like I said, if it is what it is, then why not share instead of hiding? That is exactly what Tyler Versor has been fighting for, a more transparent union. Hiding the information. I know the truck drivers won't get as much as UPS since we're not private, but I'm hoping for extra $5 an hour. So if the pay is so good, is that why everyone lining up at the door to join USPS? Well, I'm not sure where you're at, Amazing Aces. And I think you're kind of being sarcastic, but I know for a fact that when I look from the position that I sit in, I can see the roles of how many people have applied. There are a ton of people that are applying, people that are attempted to find other jobs, and they think that carriers have easy jobs. So there's plenty of people that are applying. It is true. I know for a fact. I got about 60 stations that I service. 60. And we continually hire more and more carriers from. I'm like, man, this is crazy. When am my work going to stop? But They just keep coming. They just keep coming. It slows down a little bit, but they keep coming. They're continually hiring people. Now, as far as clerks at stations, a little more scarce. Mail handlers, a little more scarce. But carriers, always in the need for carriers. Truck drivers, they've been hiring some as well. Does your pay increase after 90 days? I don't think so. There's no game plan, period. Not sure what's happening here at our plant in New York. They said we're doing too many empty runs. Oh, yeah, that's what's happening. Empty runs, that's what it is. Those tablets, Fleet Management Information System. No, we just have small black scanners, man. Nick gonna need a second job. Carriers quit because the work is hard. It depends. I think that carriers quit because they're not ready for it. Ask a 15-year carrier here if they believe the work is hard, somebody that has gotten into the rhythm of things. They'll say, it's just work. There's harder working jobs that people make less. This job is hard work, but not everybody's cut to do what carriers do. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I could never do what my daughter does, sister does, son does. I can't. Shit, no, not at my age, not right now. I mean, if it's the last job I had to do, sure. I move furniture for a living, but what you guys do, I could not do that. There are a lot of people that believe they can because they look and say, oh, got the nice shirt on. They're just delivering mail. It ain't just delivering mail. I know that. It's not an easy thing, running up and down stairs. No, feet hurting and body hurting in places you didn't know you had places. So it's a culture shock when they walk through the door. And not only is the work hard, the environment, when I say change the culture, the environment is not an easy environment to thrive in. It's uncomfortable to walk into an environment when you got 50 carriers, 40 of them are disgruntled, rightfully so. You got to get in this hot box. They're disgruntled. I'm a new person walking in the door. Hey, I'm ready to make some money. They're like, yeah, this dude ain't gonna make it. That's how it plays out all the time. All right, man, go on your route. I only shadow for one day. Figure it out. Okay. Hey, man, you done yet? Well, no. Well, you've been out there 5 hours. I gave you a 2-hour piece. Y'all remember those days? But I've only trained for one. Oh, well, you got to figure it out. When you get back here, we got another piece for you. That's why they quit. Lack of training, lack of enthusiasm, lack of help. There's so many other aspects with it. But if it was more inclusive, the environment, the culture was different, people would say, you know what? Work was hard, but I made it through. That's why they quitting. Sucky ass managers, they getting training. Not all of them, but I get it. Tell me if I'm lying. My husband has a walking route, lost 37 pounds. If I showed you a picture of my daughter before and after, she lost that in like 4 months. It's not all about work as much as management games. Call a spade when someone not doing their part, but management violates the contract all the time. Just like, okay, good point, Taurus. That gentleman said he's a CCA 60 days in, and they have him out there mowing the lawn or something. That's a violation of the contract, obviously. Agreed. I hired on at 59.5 years old. PTF hours almost killed me, but I hung on. Now I am an instructor. I lead by example. That's what's up, Carrie. You a DSI? I hope you being positive to them. I had some rough ones last week. Lord. Woo. But I kept a smile on my face. My wife is Carrie, and I used to feel sorry for her when she was a CCA. She worked when they just start. Yes. Olivia, has been 2.5 months. It's Rise or Wise for the loan. It's Rise, RISE. It's all bad. I might need a second job. I'm a carrier in Ohio. Always positive, my friend. That's what's up. They can make CCA crosscrafts? No, they can't make them. Well, they could tell you to do whatever they want to tell you. It's not by contract, though. You're not supposed to. Like, I forgot who they told. They told a clerk to go clean the bathroom or something like come on, man. They be on that stuff. Oh, you got to find something to clean the bathroom. Get out of here. Get out of here. That's a custodian's job. Custodians have to take a specific test so they know how to handle equipment. Well, you clean it. No, you clean it. I wouldn't have a job if I had to deal with that. I've had some situations where I almost lost my job at this place. Call a spade a spade. That is what it is. When the truck drivers first got their scanners, they were vexed about having to scan. We're like, that's not my job. That's the clerk's job. I said the same thing. It's clerk's job. Ain't my job. They're supposed to scan. Well, I did it. Other people like, man, but I'm not doing it. And we hurt ourselves. And somehow, some way, they figured out a way. Say, hey, man, you need to scan. You need to scan. You're going to lose your run. You need to scan. You need to scan. It was a rebellious mentality underneath the APWU. And then we're like, ain't mail handlers supposed to scan? We were trying to pass that work on to everybody else. Long run, we hurt ourselves. And, oh, he crossing crafts. Site safety, my man. Not qualified to use equipment for groundskeeping. Yes, that's it. That's it. We were told to follow orders when I first started. This is true. Follow orders so long as it's not a safety issue. But once you start doing anything having to do with cleaning bathrooms, you could say, man, I don't know how to mix bleach. I don't even know what bleach looks like. What do you mean you don't know what bleach look like? I know how to. I know how to use a broom. You want me to sweep the bathroom? Open up the bathroom door and sweep right in one spot. What are you doing? I'm sweeping. Really? Bathroom. That's what it is. Did I lose you guys? I said reconnecting. I lost you for a second. Clerks can do custodial work? I don't know about that. A lot of old tires retiring because of the new systems. This is true. They are. They're definitely retiring. I don't know if it's because of the new system, but they definitely, my son just texted me asking me to get Robux. What does it even mean? Let me see if this chump answers the phone. Robux.
Hello?
What's up, King?
What's up?
What do you need?
Robux.
What is a Robuck?
Robux is like money for Roblox.
Is it real money that you want from me?
Yes.
So you want me to give you my real money so you can have fake money?
Technically.
I'm sorry, what?
Technically, yes.
Technically. Okay. All right.
Because there's this new thing in Blade Ball, and like it's a sword that you can use to like hit a ball.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Hey. Okay. All right. How much do you need?
Let me see. I want to see how it is. It's $9.99.
$10.
Yes.
You have a credit card with you?
I mean, there's a credit card on it, but
Oh, is that my credit card you have on there?
no.
All right, you could put your credit card on there.
Okay.
You got a credit card, right?
Yep.
How many credit cards you got?
I forgot how many.
You forgot how many credit cards you got. How old are you?
9.
9 with credit cards. All right. Let me know which one you use. $10. You're going to be cleaning when you get here. Got that?
Got that.
All right. Love you. Got to go. 9 years old. Roblox. What is even Roblox? This kid just, I think I feel hustled just now. $10. Roblox. Stupid game, these kids. $10? All right. In our office, we have clerks who clean the office when our janitor is not there. They're not supposed to. I mean, they're really not. As a non-career, they can kind of get away with telling them to do that. They're not supposed to. Which is almost every 2 weeks of a month. Yeah. I just file grievance for anything that's crossing crafts. Usually ask for additional money and then add them to cease and desist. Virginia, you got money. You said you're a woman. Let me hold something. You see, I got to give this kid some money. $10. I need $10, Virginia. Kids hustle me out of money. Safety or illegal? Money's for a game, yeah. You gonna be like, Dad, I need $9 million for this game called Roblox. Yeah, shit. Done that. What's going on, Bryce? The same thing, Robux. Robux my butt. All y'all with this Robux? See, I'm an older father with a younger son. I'm not accustomed to that. I had Atari 2600 and I was okay. Atari 2600. Y'all remember that? ColecoVision? Half of you don't remember that. I'm just starting Roblox. Will you for hundreds? It's just, no, it won't. He better not. Hundreds of dollars for no damn Roblox. He creates these little characters, I think, and puts them on his YouTube channel. But how long we been chatting here, fam? 2 hours? Well, that's a 2-hour live. Bro, it is 7:20 at night. And I ain't even out of my uniform. Y'all realize I got off at 3:30? 3:30. Sega. Super NES. That means you're a little bit younger than me. Somebody laughing because I said Atari 2600, huh? ColecoVision. New digital sword, $10. Tell me about it. I hope this kid did. Why he didn't ask his mother? He's with his mother. He's with me for the whole week. He just went with his mom. You see, ask me for money. I don't get this. His mother worked for the post office. Now I'm starting to feel like I just got hustled. Yeah, I feel like I got hustled. Atari was the business. Listen to this while carrying. There it is, Commodore 64. Okay. All right, used to play Centipede. Felt I was the man. In television, yes. We going to nostalgia right now. Someone said Mr. Softy. Does anybody know about Mr. Softy? Anybody? Anybody know who Mr. Softy is? I'll see in a second. Mr. Softy. Anybody? No? Tell the New Yorkers here. Pong. No Mr. Softies? Oh, Rapid City. Danny would know. There's a nostalgic sound when you hear the Mr. Softy ice cream man coming down the street. Yeah, that was me all the time, all day. Mr. Softy, loved it. Couldn't afford it. Mom would tell me that I couldn't have it. Nope. $5 a cone. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scream in there. $5 of ice cream? I don't like ice cream that much. I got problems with lactose intolerance. Charles Chips. All right. We fooled around long enough. Family, I just wanted to try to pass on some information. It's just trying to catch up. I've been a little silent a little bit. My little man was sick for a little while, so I was kind of focusing on that and gathering some national grievance for clerks. Doing custodian work. There it is. There's an app where you can find the nearest Mr. Softy truck. That's a gangster. Dreamcast or PlayStation 2. You know, somebody stole my PlayStation 2. I don't know something about that. I have 4 kids, so I need that additional money, especially in this economy. 2 of my kids play Roblox. If any of them are like anywhere between 8 and 12, email me. So my son has a Roblox gang to play with because he got a whole crew. So if I don't know if you have my email information, Virginia. My son playing with kids all across this country. This stupid thing. Mr. Softer is down the block right now. Okay. Jerry, go grab me a cone, right? See if you can send it overnight express via USP. I'll never get it, right? I will never get it. Okay, go to FedEx, right? That's messed up. That is so messed up. So just so you guys know, again, regardless of whether the other channels talk about, so far, like I said, they haven't really gotten into the deets behind it. In the beginning, if you're just getting in here, I gave you what I'm hearing. Again, that's speculation, but according to the stats, I won't go over it again. That's what you're probably looking at. And I said, like I said before, if you get more than a certain amount, please, we're hoping for that. You guys can say, Jay, you were dead ass wrong, and I'll accept that. That's what you guys are praying for. APWU is fighting for a little bit more money that I am aware of. Ain't gonna be something to say, yeah, we rich now. No, but they are fighting for more money for the specialized crafts. That makes sense. Specialized crafts, truck drivers, electricians, certain things. They're fighting for higher wages on them. Dial up from AOL. That's rough. I want to know what you got jamming on the TV. Yeah. How you been, brother? I don't want to get a copyright on this. I don't know if you can hear it. It's just R&B tunes. Stupid look on my face. Pisses people off. That's Nathan Allen saxophone. He's a great man. Great. Very peaceful music. And any of you guys got some kids that want to do that Roblox thing. My son, he just like to play. It makes no sense to me, but whatever. All right. Jay wanted to made regular on Friday. Okay, peace and blessings. Somebody just wrote that. User, somebody. That's beautiful. Well, when y'all hit regular, did it hit different? Did you feel different? Did you wake up feeling different? You like, yeah, well, I'm gonna iron my shirt today. Hitting regular, boy. The moment you hit regular from the ish that y'all went through, it's different. It's different. Whoever's still working, be safe, be blessed. Don't let the supervisor stress you. Don't stress them out. Instant like, I don't even know how to pronounce that word. Konstantinos Mouzakitis? Mauza? Well, I feel stupid trying to pronounce that name. Damn. Konstantinos. All right, we appreciate you joining. He said, don't try it. Just say Gus. All right, cool. Now I want to know how to say it. Family, y'all be easy. Y'all be blessed. Be safe. If you got any special things you want me to talk about that I can get information on, y'all know how to reach me. Just shoot my email. It's usually in the video descriptions. If you don't remember what I was saying, a 19% raise. Shit, yo, boy, that'd be awesome. Remember, Navy Federal is probably the best credit union for postal workers right now. There is a little backdoor way you can get in there, but if you can't get in, find one of the other credit unions. Learn how to operate your own personal life. Each person asks me things. Somebody's like, oh, I turned career. What do I do now? I can't give you advice. All I do here is just pass on information that has worked for me and other people that are around me. But definitely, if you have not gotten a credit union, you can open them online, get a relationship with a credit union over a traditional bank. This is stuff that I'm just recently learning. That's why I never really speak about it. But it'll definitely help you on your quest to something better, whether it's buying a car, buying a house, buying a condo, building your credit, having access to loans, just getting life so it's manageable. The people that are just starting at the post office, I know that feeling. Within the first 4 years, it is rough. You're just trying to get your foot and your footing, and everything seems so unreachable, unmanageable, stressful. Set yourself up early. Later on, things will. If you're persistent, things fall into place. Always look at other people that have done it before you. Don't be jealous of them. Aspire to do what they have done and more. Not that you're trying to be better than them, but the people that were there before you had it harder than you do. We have all the information at our fingertips right now. Utilize that for what it's worth. As a postal worker, you have so many different options to do better. Use it, or none of this is worth it. That's how I'm going to end this, all right? This is JH. You clearly know little man is not here, so it's going to be hard for me to figure out how to shut this damn thing off. But in the old days, they had the clapper. Let's see if it works. Clap on, clap off. Is it still on? Is it still on? Gotta call the kid. Somebody said 19% raise. That's funny. I hope. 46-year-old no kids carrier in Cali. Any advice? You got the name. Jesus H. Christ Jr. Any advice? No kid. Get out of Cali. Why would you live out there? Sheesh. Too expensive. All right. Stepson. Like I said, anybody want to help out my son playing that Roblox? Email me. Send a video description, and I'll hook your son. Don't be no grown man trying to play with my son. All right. But yeah, he likes that Roblox garbage. I'm gonna try and shut this off because I gotta take a shower.